Hey guys, what is up everybody and welcome to a new video. In this video let's quickly talk about Yamaha Tracer 7 and 7 GT, which been recently presented by Yamaha. Most motorcycles been unveiled like last autumn 2024, I think November it was. Surprisingly, Tracer 7 at that time when I was traveling to EICMA, it was not there. It was like old model. And I was like, it's interesting because you have new T7, you have new MT-07, but you don't have new Tracer 7 because it's exactly the same platform. Those bikes been built on CP2 engine. And I was like, it's sort of interesting. So something is, what's going on here? Why there is no update for Tracer 7 and 7 GT? Finally, Yamaha shown us new motorcycle, and it's, to be honest, in my opinion, it's like really fresh, really in terms of design, it's like fresh and modern, even though you can see some silhouettes from the previous generation as well. So, I mean, there is definitely some similarity, but all in all is like kind of new and fresh motorcycle. I'm not gonna spend much time talking about design because design is sort of like subjective thing and I'm not the one to judge. I mean, those companies, they don't produce motorcycles out of nowhere. They typically study their clients, they study like what are the trends in the market, and based on that they kind of present new models and they bring in new designs. Yamaha claims that they revised suspension quite significantly, and they also updated the front fork. Now it's upside down fork, which is new for like Tracer 7 family. They also put new brakes up front, so it's like just bigger brakes, which as far as I can see quite similar to what we have on Tracer 9 models. So I mean, for now I don't have any exact technical specs for the brakes, but at least judging by the pictures I can see that it's quite similar to what is on Tracer 9. Probably that's gonna deliver much better like braking performance on those motorcycles. If you speak about seat height, so it's gonna be 845 millimeters up to 865 millimeters, which is already T7 territory, which is kind of interesting because current generation or previous generation of Tracer 7, it was only 835. It's kind of like fixed height, right? So the only way, if you want to like lower option, you just needed to buy a lower seat. But with the new generation, what Yamaha does, they actually say, let's do it the same as on Tracer 9. So you don't really need to buy different seat. You can just adjust the seat height on this bike, which is quite smart, and I really like. You can move it between 845 and 865, so high and low position. And I would be honest, like 865 is quite good, especially for taller riders like I am, because on like previous or current generation I felt a little bit cramped. I really like that engine. I really like the flickability of Tracer 7 compared to Tracer 9. If I have opportunity to ride Tracer 7 instead of Tracer 9, I would probably in most cases choose that one. Electronic throttle, same as on T7, same as on MT-07. And that brings us ride modes, that bring us also sleep assist clutch, which is also nice. Yamaha also says that they extended the swing arm by 40 millimeters, so which speaks to me that they focusing on like really touring performance. So it's not only about flickability, it's not only about like riding twisties, but it's also about spending some time on highways. They improved frame rigidity, so they're gonna bring much better handling and performance, not only on twisties but also when the bike is loaded, when you travel to up or when you're like just loaded with the luggage. And they're also claiming that now they have bigger passenger seat, again kind of referring to the situation when you want to ride 2 up. 18 liters tank. What is interesting, I can tell you from my personal experience, I was able to reach 3.5 liters per 100 kilometers consumption on current generation, which in my opinion is like super efficient. Like it's you literally cannot find that many motorcycles which can do 3.5 liter per 100 kilometers. Of course, that was not like aggressive riding, it was not like fun riding, it was like mostly like cruising on highway with average speed around like 60 miles or 100 kilometers per hour without any like elevations. It's just like more like flat riding. You can go quite a good distance on one fuel tank on this motorcycle. Next one is a cruise control. So cruise control is now available on new generation or on updated model. Tracer 7, again, quite a versatile bike, and especially if you're guys watching this video from North America or maybe other regions of the world, like here in Europe, Tracer 7 is like really good bike, and that is the reason probably why it's mostly known like here in Europe, because Yamaha produce them here in Europe for European market, because that's where this bike has a lot of applications, whether you're riding in city or if you're going to the mountains, like, because you know, people here can go like just for weekends, they can like escape in the mountains and ride in like those twisty and winding roads up there. The bike has connectivity now. It has like really good like big TFT screen, which can be used for all sort of functions related to connectivity. It has possibility to use Garmin navigation. But this one is interesting, right? So because I already have a new generation of Tracer 9, I tried how Garmin navigation works there, so this video is actually coming soon. I will share with you my experience. I will share with you how it all works and how you can set it up. What I noticed is it's quite good. I mean, literally you can download the whole world to your phone, and then you connect your phone to the motorcycle, and you can use like TFT dash to as a navigation screen, right? You can also use the screen for some other features like weather forecast. You can see again notifications, phone calls, music, whatsoever. But the only difference which I can see from the description is that Tracer 9 lineup, they use Garmin Motorize app. Whether Tracer 7 lineup, they use Garmin Street Cross app. There is definitely some differentiation between those two kind of apps, but we can only see that what is the actual difference when we have those two bikes next to each other. As with the previous generation, we have two models. We have Yamaha Tracer 7 and we have Yamaha Tracer 7 GT. So in current generation, the difference was the Tracer 7 and Tracer 7 GT, like they still the same platform, but they only have different comfort features, such as comfort seat, taller windscreen, and also panniers as a standard. In new generation or new model, like it sort of continues this tradition, making GT more suitable for long distance trips, and Tracer 7 is just like, let's say, original platform on top of which you can build whatever you want. On Tracer 7 base version, you have to use a special tool, right, to adjust their like rear shock, where on Tracer 7 GT, you just like knob and you like rotate it in or do number of clicks either direction to make it softer or harder. So that's how it different. Tracer 7 GT comes with a set of panniers, and those panniers are different shape now. It's actually exactly the same shape as Tracer 9 GT. Tracer 7 GT comes with a center stand. It's still option for a base version, but GT version has it as a standard, and in my opinion it is like super practical thing to use, because on all of my motorcycles where it is possible, I always install central stand, because it's just easy to maintain, easy to load bike, easy to do whatever you want. Tracer 7 GT comes with a comfort seat for both passenger and the rider. GT version also equipped with the heated grips, which is not the case in previous generation, so neither GT or base version had heated grips. And of course it comes with a taller windscreen, so for better riding comfort over the long distance. So, and now we talk about the price. So I would say that Tracer 7 is actually now one of the most expensive motorcycles among the competition. And when we talk about competition, we're talking about Taiga 660, we're talking about Kawasaki Versys 650, Honda NC 750, Suzuki V-Strom 650. Before, Yamaha was on par with like most of those bikes, but now it's more expensive, right? So it's already above 10,000 euros mark. Depends where you are in Europe. This bike in base version will cost you between 10.5 and 11.5 thousand. And if you're talking about GT version, if you're looking towards the GT version, that's going to be even more pricey. So it's going to be somewhere in between 12 and 13,000 euros, which is already kind of territory of bigger motorcycles. Because just give you example, Tracer 9 base version, depends where you are in Europe again, can be on average around 12.5k. From 12.5 to 13.5, something like that. It is now the most expensive in the group, but also it's probably the most technologically advanced motorcycle in the group, and it's more feature packed in the group, which we should to take into consideration when we talk about this motorcycle. It's been on my mind for a long time, since the whole experience I have with Yamaha motorcycles. If you think about Yamaha Tracer 7, you should not think about it as smaller version of Yamaha Tracer 9. Those bikes are in different league. Like Tracer 9 is just like miles munching machine. Like that bike can go miles and miles and miles, and it can travel long distance. It's also big, it is powerful, it is just different breed, you know. However, if you ever thought about T7, but you wanted that bike for road use, probably Tracer 7 is the closest bike to get, because it is same platform, it is the same fun, it is same set of technology, it doesn't have 21 front wheel, it has same fun and flickability as T7, and this bike more comfortable for long distance trips. But we will see in reality how it is, like when we're able to kind of ride that bike and test it, like personally. I will definitely share with you more insights, more data, or I'll definitely give you my feedback. But yeah, that's what we have for now. I hope that this information has been helpful, and if so, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and ask your questions, because when we have opportunity to ride that bike, your questions will give me food for thoughts what I should talk about. Thanks so much again, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.